Making a fortune is like playing a game. You need to know the rules to win, and the more adeptly you apply these rules, the faster you can achieve extreme wealth. That's why in this video, I'll be sharing with you the 7 crucial rules of money. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more life-changing content. So, without further ado, let's dive into the video. Did you know that nearly 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings? Becoming rich is like a game, and to succeed, you must know the rules. The better you understand and use these rules in your favor, the faster you'll become rich beyond your wildest dreams. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel like you're stuck in a rut, working a 9-to-5 job and living paycheck to paycheck? Do you struggle to make ends meet and worry about your financial future? If so, you're not alone. Many people are in the same boat, but it doesn't have to be that way. I believe that everyone has the potential to become financially successful, but it takes knowledge, hard work, and determination. That's where the 7 rules of money come in. By following these rules, you can learn how to manage your finances, make smart investments, and build wealth over time. In this video, I'll share with you the 7 rules of money and how you can apply them to your life. I want to share the inspiring story of my friend John, and how he learned the 7 rules of money, which allowed him to quit his 9-to-5 job and pursue his dream of traveling the world. John used to work as a data entry clerk for a mid-sized IT company in Chicago. Every day, he would dread going to work and count down the days until he could retire. However, retiring seemed like a distant dream as John struggled to manage his finances. One day, John met a new colleague named Victor, a consultant computer engineer who had already retired at the age of 40 and went back to school to learn computer science. John was amazed and asked Victor how he was able to retire so young. Victor used to work as a stockbroker in New York City, and although he made good money, he hated going to work. However, he eventually retired and pursued his passion for traveling before going back to school to learn a new career. John was intrigued by Victor's story and asked how he was able to retire at such a young age. Victor shared with John the 7 rules of money, something he rarely disclosed to anyone else in the past. He was happy to pass on his wisdom since John was the only person to sit with him for lunch that week. The first rule was to pay yourself first. Victor explained that many people plan to save but never do, and 1 in 6 respondents to a prominent 2017 survey said they didn't have time to set up a savings plan. Without a savings goal, unexpected expenses can arise, leaving people unsure of how much money they can spend. Over 60% of Americans don't use any form of budgeting, which, combined with low wages, leaves over 3/4 of U.S. workers living paycheck to paycheck. Victor admitted to once being a lackluster saver himself until he learned some simple tricks. The first helpful trick was the 20-30-50 method. Each month you allocate 50% of your income to living expenses, 30% to entertainment costs, and 20% to savings. Victor explained that allocating a part of his income before the month began gave him an idea of how much he could save. The second useful trick is the use of automation for setting up automatic deductions from his pay. With this, a portion of his paycheck went directly to his savings account every 2 weeks. Instead of the full amount going to his checking account, John noted that routing money to an account he couldn't access helped Victor save hundreds of thousands of dollars over his time as a stockbroker. The second rule was that saving wouldn't make you rich. Victor explained that saving money isn't enough to become rich as it doesn't grow. The typical savings account only pays 0.09% interest, which means that even with $100,000 in savings, you'd only get back $90 in 1 year. After factoring in inflation of 2%, you'd actually lose money. Victor stressed the importance of investing, as he was lucky to learn how powerful compound interest was at an early age. From age 18 to 40, when he retired, he invested $250 a week every week for 22 years. During that time, he received an average return of 10%, leaving him with over $1 million at age 40, $750,000 of which was compound interest. This lump sum of money was what Victor continued to live off years later, but it was only possible due to his wise spending ways. The third rule was to live below your means. Victor explained that this may seem obvious, but millions of people have a hard time following this rule. We live in a materialistic world where people are more concerned about getting a new iPhone than saving for retirement. These myopic decisions often lead people to spending more than they earn. If you want to achieve financial freedom, then you must spend less than you earn and save the difference. Putting money away gives you many advantages. Firstly, Having a lump sum of money set aside can give you the peace of mind that you can withstand any financial challenge that may arise. Moreover, you can use that money to start a business, which could double or triple your income once your company is in the black. Better yet, if you invest that money wisely and build up enough of a financial nest egg, you can retire early, just like Victor did. The fourth rule is to have emergency funds. Victor stressed the importance of having an emergency fund set up. He explained that while keeping money in a savings account wasn't the best way to grow your money, it was acceptable to keep your money on hand in a checking or savings account in the event he needed quick access. Victor told John that 22 years ago his wife got sick and had to be hospitalized for a month. Victor didn't know if she'd recover. Fortunately, because Victor had an emergency fund, they were able to cover the cost of her medical care and their bills without going into debt. Victor advised John to save up at least 6 months' worth of living expenses in an emergency fund so that he would be prepared for any unexpected events, such as job loss, illness, or major home repair. Rule number 5, invest in yourself. Victor explained that investing in yourself is one of the best investments you can make. This means taking courses or attending seminars that will help you improve your skills and knowledge in your chosen field, as well as investing in your health and well-being. He explained that the more you learn and grow, the more valuable you become to yourself, your family, and your employer. By investing in yourself, you increase your earning potential and improve your overall quality of life. Learn more to earn more was the lesson here. Rule number 6, diversify your investments. Victor stressed the importance of diversifying your investments to minimize your risk and maximize your potential returns. This means spreading your investments across different types of assets, such as stocks, bonds, real estate, and commodities. He cautioned against putting all of your money in one stock or one type of investment, as this could result in a significant loss if that investment performs poorly. By diversifying your investments, you can mitigate your risk and increase your chances of long-term financial success. Rule number 7, give back. Victor explained that giving back to others is not only a way to make a positive impact on the world, but also a way to improve your own happiness and well-being. He encouraged John to find ways to give back to his community, whether through volunteering, donating to charity, or supporting local businesses. Victor explained that when you give back, you feel a sense of purpose and fulfillment that can't be achieved through material possessions or financial success alone. By incorporating this role into his life, John could not only improve his financial situation, but also his overall quality of life. Victor leaned in towards John, his eyes full of wisdom and experience. "Listen, my friend," he began, "money can buy happiness, but only if you spend it on the right things." John raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "What do you mean?" he asked. Victor smiled knowingly. "Think about it. What gives you longer-lasting happiness? Buying a new gadget or fancy car? Sure, it might bring you some temporary joy, but soon enough, that feeling fades away. Instead, imagine buying your parents their dream car. Every time you see them driving it, you'll feel happy that you were able to help them realize a lifelong dream of theirs." John nodded in agreement. "I see your point, but what about traveling? That can be pretty expensive." Victor's eyes lit up. "Ah, traveling. Now that's where real happiness lies. Seeing different parts of the world will make you appreciate what you have and create memories that you can cherish for a lifetime. It might seem expensive, but the experiences and memories you gain from it are priceless." John was starting to understand. "So it's all about spending money on things that bring long-lasting happiness." Victor nodded. "Exactly. Money can buy you happiness, but only when spent correctly." John left that lunch feeling inspired and motivated. He started applying the 7 rules of money to become financially independent that very same day. A decade later, John walked into his boss's office and handed in his 2-week notice, his ticket to freedom. As he walked out of the building, he knew that he had gone from the life he had to the life he deserved. Remember, money is a tool that can help you achieve your goals and live the life you truly desire. But it's important to use it wisely and not get caught up in the cycle of consumerism and materialism that can lead to stress, debt, and unhappiness. Whether you decide to invest in experiences like travel, or give back to others by helping them achieve their dreams, I encourage you to be intentional about your spending and to make choices that align with your values and long-term goals. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to this channel for more money-making content in the days to come. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. Thank you for watching.